and shiny.
I'm not shiny. I have a matte finish.
I know. Why do I have such a shiny finish?
Did you get it? Matte finish?
Matte.
Go ahead.
Matte means not shiny.
Matt also is short for Matthew, but I do not want to be called Matt.
Isn't matte finish spelled with an E? I think
It
it's
is,
M-A-T-T-E.
but it's a homophone, all right?
Homophone.
Homophone?
Homonym.
Jennifer!
I know.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
all right.
guys.
No agenda today. None.
No
Although
agenda.
lots of... There's an agenda. There's just not an agenda. 2 things I want to cover. Outrage. Outrage! Empty bear claw sitting on Robbie's desk. Where did it go? Robbie, where did it go? All right.
It went into my mouth.
Second, you guys, I wanted to share with you my new ear cleaner. Look, you guys. Look what I got. You can stick it. Excuse me.
That is not what that
If
is
you
for.
stick it into your ear, it can go all the way through your head and out the other side. So you can get it really good and clean in there. All right? I just wanted to put...
Matthew's got nothing happening between his ears.
That's true. Why are you reaching for my new ear cleaner? As if you have some sort of shred of ownership over it.
I have missed my NASA pencil.
It is no longer Space Week, and yet Robbie clings with great urgency and devotion.
Where were you hiding it?
On my desk.
On your desk.
I was hiding at my desk near my majestic
mean.
new pen from my dude, Grant. All right, swats it, yo.
Swats it, yo.
All right, we've got that covered.
Oh,
Let's
good.
water it up. You guys know
All right.
that we're not going to let you off the hook even in today with no agenda. It's always going to be great hydration. Cheers, Prost, Jackety Dancing.
Jackety Dancing.
All right, for those of you who intend to spend the hour with us, let it be known that we're going to have to leave here early.
About 10 minutes early.
Because Augie has his graduation at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to be there, darn it. So we're going to do the show. We're going to share the research. We're going to end. We're going to start the second show. We're going to read Chapter 14 of Wander Undercover, and then we're going to hightail it out of here. Yeah. I don't want you guys to be sad and feeling not entirely sated. It's just how it is today. We got priorities. We're parents. We're a family.
All
right, here we go. Let us start. We are in the week of imaginary animals.
In the week of imaginary animals.
What is the research saying? Tell us.
There's so much research.
This is pretty exciting.
Okay. Now, Abby started us out with basically a dissertation about mythological creatures. If you know what a dissertation is,
it's long.
Very long. It is sort of the paper that you write at the end throughout your graduate career.
To get your doctorate degree.
To get your doctorate degree so that people can say, you are the smartest person who knows everything about this subject.
First there is high school, then there is college, then there's your master's degree, then there's your doctorate. That's usually 5 to 7 years long.
Yes.
So, Abby, you skipped all of that nonsense and went right to your doctorate.
You went right to your doctorate.
Wow.
So,
all right.
Here's Abby's mythological creatures.
Nice work, Abby.
Okay.
Yes.
With some beautiful dragons on it.
Beautiful.
Okay, first... Now, we're going to skim through this.
I'm sorry, Abby. It's just so comprehensive.
That is what people do with dissertations. That is not true. People read dissertations very closely.
So we hope.
We are not PhD grantors.
Robbie, chop, stinkily ding.
So, the Loch Ness Monster lives in the Loch Ness... Ness? It's a Ness, right?
No, it's a loch.
Oh, it's a loch.
It's a loch.
It's a loch named Ness.
Right.
And so, of course, she's named Nessie. Some people believe it to be a plesiosaur that has just survived dinosaur times.
Seriously?
And continues
they
to
think
live.
there's just a dinosaur that's hanging out in there?
Hanging out
that's pretty cool.
Right?
Right.
The first record of her existence was in 565 AD in the biography of Christian Irish missionary St. Columba. I want to read that biography. How does she bring up, or he, is Columba, is that a man or a woman?
Saint Columba.
Saint Columba.
I don't know the answer to that. The sounds feminine, but that's how rude of me to say.
Right.
What do I know?
That was rude.
Yeah. You implied it.
I did. I
All
just assumed,
Yeah.
which is even worse.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about that biography. How does it come up in the span of your life about being a missionary that you're like, oh yeah, and I stopped by Loch Ness and there was a monster there?
Yeah. Was it a whole chapter? Was it just a passing reference?
Yes, I want to know more.
You know what? We're lingering too long on these details.
We're lingering too long on the Loch Ness Monster.
All right.
Then there's the Abominable Snowman, or the Yeti. You guys have probably heard of the Yeti from... If you haven't seen Monsters, Inc., you need to see Monsters, Inc. There's a Yeti in there. Here's the interesting tidbit.
What?
A small Nepalese village claimed to have a Yeti scalp.
Holy cow.
Why would you just have the scalp?
Well, if it's all you can get.
Right. It's over 300 years old. However, an analysis showed that the scalp had actually been made out of animal hide.
There you go.
But locals still treat it like a treasure.
Isn't the Yeti an animal?
I mean, I know. It's still very vague.
I think that's not definitive.
So,
right?
I agree that it's not definitive, but it's not definitive either way. So, there's no hard evidence that it exists. There's lots of stories that it does, but nobody has any.
Reported science, but no hard evidence.
Yes. We like hard evidence. Okay, next.
Yes.
Bigfoot, sort of like the Yeti, but not in the snow areas. It's like a humanoid. It's a large ape-like human. What's interesting to me is that Bigfoot has his own official FBI file.
What? So,
what has he done?
Wait, does the FBI think he's a criminal?
I don't know.
Is
Why
just
would you
being scary and white?
Just walking around?
And shaggy and
walking
toothy?
Around in the woods and scaring people occasionally?
I don't know.
Is that worthy of an FBI
Has he done
file?
anything wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
All right,
anyway.
fair enough.
Okay, vampires.
We know about vampires.
What I didn't know...
What?
The vampires we're familiar with today are the ones that tend to be glamorous.
Who are glamorous?
They're
What's a glamorous vampire?
And good-looking.
Huh.
What?
What is your source for this? What is your source for rich and good-looking vampires?
Are we finding rich
maybe
and good-looking vampires?
the movie the Twilight movies, are they rich and good-looking?
I
don't know. I
don't think they're good.
I remember The Lost
offense.
Boys, which was the vampire movie of my era.
They weren't rich though. They were like
bad boys. They were just
boys.
tough.
They rode around on motorcycles. That was a terrible movie.
No, that was awesome.
But they still have to suck blood to survive. Yeah. So all right.
Both of the Coreys were in it.
They were.
Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. Yeah.
And so was Kiefer Sutherland.
He was bad.
He was a bad guy.
Diane Weiss.
Oh,
Weiss.
yeah? Okay.
All right.
Zombies.
Yeah. Zombies.
We all know zombies rise from the dead. They're hard to kill again because they're already dead. What was interesting to me, the ancient Greeks seemed to fear an uprising of the dead as they buried people with stones on top of their bodies in order to prevent them from leaving their graves.
I sometimes do this with Robbi. I pile laundry on top of Robbi in the morning to keep her from leaving her bed. Huh.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. Those Greeks were covering the bases.
Well, I guess it's good to plan ahead.
All right.
They had lots of dead people.
Indeed. All right.
Okay, the Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil? Is that like the New Jersey Devil?
The New Jersey Devil.
Does this have something to do with Ham? With Taylor Ham?
Whole one, I didn't want to just highlight the whole thing. I'm going to read the whole thing.
Okay, all right.
The Jersey Devil haunts New Jersey's Pine Barrens and has reportedly been around since 1735.
Like just the same devil or a bunch of different ones?
I think a bunch of different ones. This creature is grotesque in appearance, as you can see in the depiction, which was not included. Having a horse-like head with some kind of horned protrusions, and it walks on its two hind legs, which end in cloven hooves. So cloven hooves are the kind of hooves that goats have that are just two little toes. Some versions of the Jersey Devil myth state that the creature was born to one of Daniel Leeds' wives. Now I gotta find out who Daniel Leeds is. Who was a witch!
Oh my gosh.
Shortly after it was born, it sprouted wings, let out a screeching yell, and flew off into the night.
I'm going to send you a picture to put on the...
Okay. The fact that there is no evidence that any kind of creature, even remotely similar to the Jersey Devil, could ever exist, hasn't stopped people from reporting sightings. I want to know about the sightings.
I do too, and I just texted it to you. And Becky says her mom grew up near where the devil supposedly lives.
Yes, that's Maven Maris. And actually, Becky has we have something later on where Becky cites the Jersey Devil and her lack of research. So we have provided the research. Abby has provided the research of the Jersey Devil for you.
Thank you.
So I think, isn't there a sports team called the Jersey Devils?
There's the Blue Devils.
No.
There's the...
New Jersey. Isn't their hockey team the Devils?
Oh. The Red Devils?
The Red Devils.
Or somebody tell us, somebody who knows about hockey, or the Red Devils. Here, I'll look it up.
Okay.
More research!
So anyway, you know what? I think it is the hockey team because when I painted... Well, I had to draw a hockey player whose teeth had been knocked out for the back matter.
The New Jersey Devils.
Yes.
Okay.
And the most famous guy with his teeth knocked out was a New Jersey Devil.
Do you think it has something to do with the Jersey Devil?
Yes, I think that's the point.
So they're trying to model themselves after a winged horse who terrifies people?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Becky says ice hockey.
All right. There you go.
All right. Let's move on.
Sirens.
Ooh, sirens. Can I read about the sirens?
No.
Oh.
Sirens are not interesting. They're just beautiful ladies who sing, and stupid sailors who are stupid are drawn to their song and they crash and they die. That's the
I
sailor's
feel like that
fault.
was super judgy.
I am
super
judgy about those sailors who can't contain themselves when they
Robbi,
hear a beautiful woman sing.
I've always thought of you as a siren that
Well.
drew me to you, even though my boat crashed upon your rocks and sunk.
Against your will.
And here I still am. All right.
You hung around too long.
Me and
All
Odysseus.
Right. Yeah, I
All
know.
right. Move on.
Yeah, don't
Yes?
even get me started on Odysseus.
Okay, fair
All right.
enough.
Werewolves.
Ooh.
Okay,
All right.
so we know werewolves, people who turn into wolves at night. If you haven't seen Teen Wolf,
Oh, it's so
terrible.
good. It's so
terrible.
good. Michael J. Fox, he plays basketball.
I
It's
love
the
Michael
best.
J. Fox.
Oh my
It's a
God.
terrible movie.
Teen Wolf 2 is terrible. Teen
Is
Wolf
it Teen
1,
Wolf 1?
classic.
It is
It's
a
gold.
classic.
Let's
All right.
watch it tonight.
We should watch it tonight.
All right.
Okay. Greek mythology introduced werewolves into its lore with the tale of King Arcadia, Lycaon. I don't know what that. Oh, the king of Arcadia.
Oh.
Lycaon. Who tried to serve a sacrificed child for Zeus to eat.
Well, that's not very nice.
Wait,
What?
I'm so confused. The story goes that Zeus was so angry at Lycaon's crass offering that he turned the king and all of his sons into werewolves. Okay, first of all, Zeus
Yeah.
has a bit of an attitude problem.
Well, also, Zeus did so many objectionable things himself that's hardly as bad as some of the things he's done. So somebody feeds him a baby to eat. That's kind of bad, I got to admit.
Is the problem that he has with the baby that... So he tried to serve a sacrificed child for Zeus to eat.
Right.
So was the problem that the child had already been sacrificed for some other reason?
No. Zeus is just like, Zeus don't eat babies, all right?
And
that is so bad that I'm turning you and all of your sons into werewolves.
Okay, Zeus, because it was a misguided gift.
It's like, don't
expect
ask somebody to
me
eat a
babies.
baby. Yeah,
Okay.
I think Zeus was just showing his class in that moment.
Oh,
all right?
well, okay.
I think we're supposed to admire Zeus a little in this moment.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Continue on.
Anyway, that's apparently where the start of werewolves comes from.
Fair enough.
But they're not really sure where werewolves come from. That is one of many stories of werewolves. Okay.
That one seems incredibly plausible to me. All right?
The basilisk.
Basilisk.
Okay, so the basilisk is a mix of a snake and a rooster.
Oh my gosh.
It emerged from a rooster's egg after being incubated by a toad, and it had the power to wither landscapes with its breath.
I'm going to look it up. I'm looking it up.
Come on.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Maeve points out, Zeus actually ate his own wife and kids. So what's the problem with some stranger's baby? I don't know. I think he's being a little
Basilisk.
Okay.
It is a combination of a snake and a rooster?
Snake and a rooster.
I wouldn't mess with that. Look at that thing coming out of it. Its tongue has a spike on the end of it. Holy
That's terrifying.
All right. Boy,
okay.
Becky, you're really not Becky. This is Abby's research.
This is Abby's research. Yes.
Mix of a snake and a rooster. All right. What's next?
What's next? Sorry. Burp.
The
Minotaur, part man and part bull.
Yeah.
We don't want to tell you how he got that way.
Oh, why not?
Is
it untoward?
Yes, it's untoward.
Oh,
okay.
Yes, Kato.
So the basilisk is in Harry Potter.
The basilisk is also in Harry Potter.
Thank you, Kato.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, to sate the Minotaur's appetite and keep him within the confines of the maze. So they built a maze because the Minotaur just wanted to eat everybody. And it was offered human sacrifices. And the story
were they babies though?
They were not.
So the Minotaur eating people is not as bad as Zeus eating babies, apparently.
Or Zeus eating his wife and kids.
Did Zeus eat his wife and kids?
That's what Maeve pointed out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Meh.
All right.
Okay. The Chimera
Yeah.
is a fire-breathing lion's head attached to a goat's body and ending in a serpent tail.
I guess to create imaginary creature, you just put things together that already exist.
These people are not very imaginative.
No.
They
Come
just
up with
needed
your
to
own attributes.
Put some things together that they... I mean, that's a reasonable way to make a new creature, I think.
suppose.
Because it also makes it more believable.
It's like a neologism, right?
Exactly.
You jam things together.
And making a new thing.
Okay.
So I'm down with it.
Okay.
We shouldn't have been judging
a biological neologism.
Yes, and because of that, it makes it seem more believable. You could say, a rooster and a snake had a baby. They laid an egg together, right?
Or it's elements that you already understand and accept coming together. Okay.
In a creepy way.
All
that
right.
makes them a little bit scarier.
Fair enough.
Okay, but this is also interesting. I didn't highlight this.
What's that?
But the Chimera is... Chimera?
Chimera.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Chimera.
Chimera?
I'm going to look it up.
Anyway, there's actually a scientific word that they use this for. The legend was the goat and the serpent and the lion, but there's a scientific term that it's an organism with 2 or more genotypes. So that means Chimera.
Okay.
A fetus that has absorbed a deceased twin.
What?
Yes.
Yikes.
Which apparently happens a lot more than we think.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough.
That almost all of us start as twins, and then one of the twins doesn't twins.
Do you know what's
talking
terrifying?
About cells.
Do you know what's terrifying to me?
Yeah.
The thought of 2 of you in the world.
I know, right? Thank goodness.
The world would not bear the weight of it.
Thank goodness I ate my twin back when I was just a cell.
There's a lot of things suggested in the show today that are not very nice, okay?
I know. This is kind of gruesome. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, we all have heard of dragons.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting is in some parts of the world, like China, dragons are revered or viewed as gods. And in others, they're super scary.
In this part of the world, they're scary.
In this part of the world, they're
All right?
scary.
Yes.
And in lots of parts of Asia, they're like lucky and happy and good.
Cool.
I think maybe they're braver over there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, the Kraken.
Who unleashes the Kraken? There's some funny joke.
Yes, unleash the Kraken.
Why do I associate it with Rich Flynn? Rich Flynn seems like someone who would unleash a Kraken.
He does.
All right.
Okay, so basically one of the earliest mentions is it's basically a giant squid.
Okay, but super giant, like
yes.
bigger than can be.
Came from Swedish King Sverre of Norway in 1180. It was
Okay.
said that the creature was so massive it could eat maritime crews whole and sink ships in an instant.
Wow.
Now, what's interesting about this one is the general consensus is that the Kraken was likely Architeuthis dux, most commonly known as a giant squid.
Oh, so
and giant squids
are giant.
are giant.
They're so big that they
Yes.
seem like they should be imaginary because
Yes.
it's too terrifying
It's
to think of them
ridiculous
actually existing.
How big they are. So, this one got mentioned because it's almost the scariest because it actually kind of is a real creature.
Got it.
All right.
Okay.
So, thank you
Popular mechanics. Interesting.
for citing your source.
Interesting place to learn about
So
mythical
there, I
creatures.
know.
All right.
That was.
I think
man,
of popular
who
mechanics
is
being about
talking
automobiles.
cars.
All right.
So there you go.
All right, Robbie.
Yes.
I'm informing you. You have 10 minutes left to
10
finish the
minutes.
research.
Okay, the rest
and-
is a lot shorter.
Okay, all
The
right.
rest is a lot shorter.
Unicorns. Who did this?
Alden did this. Look
Alden
at this.
Swanson.
Yes,
Doot,
lovely
doot.
lovely
All right.
layout.
Okay.
Unicorns are, well, pretty cool. Although the name suggested, they have absolutely nothing to do with corn.
Are you sure? What's your proof? What's your proof of that?
I know.
Okay, all right.
Corn. See, corn is
All right.
a...
Sounds like corn.
Corn.
Sounds like corn, yeah.
It's, I think, in Latin or some language where words are put together. Because there's lots of things that are corn that's not corn.
Got it.
That is horn.
Got it.
Okay. They do, however, have only one horn. This is one of the many aspects of unicorn that makes it different from a horse or a cow. Although, who would mix up a unicorn and a cow? You are correct. Unicorns come in all different colors and sizes, ranging from rainbows to pink and from big to small. They are, after all, mythical creatures.
They are indeed.
They are.
Do you know what this looks like at the bottom? One of those stickers we had when we were kids that were like full of oil. And then
and
you
you could
pushed
push it
them
and it
and they
made
made
little
rainbow
rainbow
swirls.
colors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the coolest stickers to
Those
have.
were
I
cool.
have my sticker book somewhere from
Yeah.
when I was a kid, and it has some of those in it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous.
it's in one of the bo- it's in one of those
were
boxes in the-
expensive
yeah,
stickers.
they were.
I never got stickers
Yeah,
like that.
my parents loved me more than yours did.
yeah,
I think
that
that's
is
what.
true.
Oh no, it's not. It's not. Look at the big space pencil they got her.
They did.
Yeah. All right.
I got that for myself.
Okay.
With their money.
Right. Right.
They probably would have preferred I bought something more useful.
Yeah, I was sure they were very grudging of it. Ooh,
Okay, so
Principal
this is
Schaefer.
from Principal Schaefer and her
Nice.
dad.
Wow.
Hers was the okay. So anyway, I'm going to start at the beginning.
But this is Principal Schaefer of yore. Right?
So many years ago,
Yes.
she and her dad did this in Savannah. There is
Wow.
this great thing called the Sidewalk
I
Arts
remember
Festival.
it. Yes.
And I always wished when I lived there that I had done it, but I think I was never there.
the
I think
right
I was
time?
in Alaska at the time that they did the Sidewalk Arts Festival. So this is what is this called?
Seahorse.
A seahorse,
Yeah.
but there is a Celtic seahorse.
Oh.
This is the mythical creature that she's talking about. But this is a beautiful chalk drawing that they did. And here...
Wait, go back.
What?
That magnificent man is the person
That's the dude!
who made my pen. That's my
That's
dude.
the
Dude. All right, just wanted to pause a moment to just to recognize the grandeur.
Oh, it's in April.
Oh,
See?
Now we were there. We saw
were
it
there?
one time.
We did?
You were just like, "Pfft, I'm too
No,
good
you know
for
what?
the sidewalk.
I don't like drawing in front of other
I know you
people.
don't.
I maybe could do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So here is
Ooh.
Principal Ella using her new quill pen
Oh, nice.
on a light table.
Sweet.
Yeah. To draw her version of the...
Whoa, look how cool and big and thin that light table is. Is that some new
Stop
technology
making me
that you don't
jealous.
have?
Yes.
Wow.
And they don't even hardly cost anything
Is Grant
anymore.
super cool now and you're less cool?
Grant has always been more
That is
cool
the
than I am.
coolest. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Principal Schaefer,
so
Robbi envies you.
I do.
That's like a seahorse that looks like a horse.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a seahorse fish.
All right.
Okay.
The Celts' meaning for seahorse was all of the mythical qualities of water, which connected it to the imagination and creativity. This connection to water led the Celts to view the seahorse as a good luck charm at sea. It was thought to bring both courage and safe voyage. Many ancient people didn't understand the seahorse. Its odd appearance often caused it to be thought of as a water dragon. This can be seen in Celtic artwork where the seahorse is represented as having the head neck of a horse, the tail of a fish, and the webbed front feet. This seahorse symbol can still be seen in the crest of the city of Belfast in Northern Ireland.
Very cool. Now,
Principal Schaefer, you the bomb.
I have some things to show you about
What?
seahorses.
What?
I got a little sidetracked.
What
okay?
is happening here?
So I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I spent my time sometimes watching the Super Friends.
Oh.
And so I'm going to show you
Okay.
a little bit of the Super Friend intro video
Okay.
about Aquaman.
Okay. Oh. Aquaman! Oh, there he goes. Ooh. He's riding on a seahorse.
He's riding on a seahorse. Okay.
Okay.
I want to back up
Okay.
to him riding on the seahorse.
Okay. Is there something you want to point out to us? What is it?
Oh, sorry.
Is that
sorry.
Scooby-Doo? Okay. Yes, what is it?
Okay.
Yes.
This suggests to me
That seahorses are enormous?
that a seahorse is a large creature.
Hmm.
And I was probably
Oh.
30 years old.
When you realize they're about that big.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh. Look, Robbi got confused by
Yes.
someone being sloppy about science,
Yes.
right?
Okay. So I did some more research and I looked for the size of seahorses. And I found this picture
Yeah.
of a woman with what seems to me to be a sizable seahorse.
Oh, but
right?
is that in the foreground or something?
No.
Well, that's actually pretty big.
So look, there is this long blog post,
Uh-huh.
a long post on Facebook
Yeah.
about this stunning discovery. It's the Columbia-based Seahorse Project, Marine Conservation Team, Dr. Laura Sowery. She saw, usually they're just very tiny. They'd heard about this. So we get all the way to the end here, all the way to the end. And she says, as the scientist chiefly responsible for the find, Sowery had the honor of naming the new species. She chose Hippocampus vernomyoicus to recognize the surfers whose adventure into those relatively unexplored islands led to the seahorse's discovery. Vernum, which means spring, and locus, which means to have fun or to joke. If all goes as planned, the BBC intends to air the special on April 1st, 2019.
But you couldn't find it?
April 1st is April Fool's Day.
Oh, that whole thing was a
That
setup?
whole long thing.
Oh.
So if you had just read the first paragraph, which I
Oh.
almost did,
And it's on April 1st.
it's posted on April
Oh.
1st. This is the thing about doing your research and finding out your sources,
They
right?
fooled you!
But they didn't quite. They could have fooled me. I could have just showed you that picture. When I did a search for seahorse size, like largest seahorse, that was the picture that came up. And I could have just said, there's a picture of the largest seahorse. You have to delve into your research
Dudes.
to find out whether it's actually true or
Robbi,
not.
thank you for coming clean.
I was so
about
offended.
your near duping.
Yes.
All right, you have exactly 5
Wait.
minutes to finish all the research, name the
Okay,
winner.
it's almost over.
All right,
almost.
okay.
Okay, so I just
right.
wanted to point out, this is how big seahorses are, you guys. They're teensy, teensy, tiny. Teensy, tiny.
Yeah. Maybe Aquaman is incredibly small.
Which makes him not much of a superhero.
Well, Ant-Man is pretty small, and he has his own movie.
He gets to be big and small.
Maybe Aquaman has Ant-Man's powers, Robbi. You're not thinking outside the box. You're thinking in a little tiny place of...
I also did some research
Oh my
on
gosh,
Aquaman.
Robbi did her own research this
So
week.
I want... Here's the thing.
What?
This is what I'm talking about when I talk about science fiction.
Okay.
So Matthew thinks that science fiction is just anything that
takes place on the moon.
Takes place on the moon. And here's the amount of research that the people who invented Aquaman did in terms of science.
Are you
okay?
saying that maybe they are a lot like me?
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying they're not like you.
Oh.
Enhanced physiology. His bloodstream is filled with an amino acid that keeps his body from freezing in the ocean depths, although his own temperature is naturally quite high, allowing his muscles the heat they need to swim at such high speeds.
I'm impressed.
This amphibious physiology means he can survive indefinitely underwater or on land, though he would still need occasional contact with water to survive.
What is this website?
This is Fandom Wiki.
Okay.
Superhuman durability. He can survive at depths of up to 3,400 feet below surface level. His body contains fluids that adjust to give him buoyancy at varying depths.
Wow.
His body also produces gases that push out against the ocean pressures as heavily as they push in,
Holy
preventing him from being crushed at great depths.
Amazing.
I mean,
Wow.
they really figured out the science on how a person like Aquaman could actually survive.
Is Aquaman a person, or is
no,
Aquaman
he's a
something
creature.
more than a person?
He's a superhero.
He is.
All right.
All right.
Back to our research. So,
Principal Schaefer, nice work.
Done,
Woo,
Principal
woo.
Schaefer, thanks for sending me on the wormhole.
Wow.
Of trying to figure out seahorses.
Okay.
All right.
What have we next?
What have we next? Let me see.
Yes.
We have the Shanks.
Oh my gosh, Shanks.
Here is our research. Sorry,
Okay.
it's late. First is Jane's favorite imaginary creature from her favorite book series, Keeper of the Lost Cities, called Iggy.
Well, that's near and dear to our heart. Our dog's name was Iggy.
Well, I brought some pictures of my dog.
Okay.
Here's he's a sort of like hamster bat thing, and he gets dyed a different color in every book.
Okay.
Okay, so one of
Why
the
did they dye him?
I don't know. That
Tell us,
doesn't
Jane.
seem nice.
Tell us why they dye him.
Look how cute
Oh
Iggy
my
is.
gosh! Is that your drawing, Jane, or is that like a drawing you
this is a
found?
drawing in the book.
Okay.
Or from the
Got
book.
it.
All right.
Super cute.
And then this is once Iggy starts getting all different colors.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a picture of our Iggy.
Oh, she's
our
the best.
sweet
She's
dog.
the sweetest McBest.
Yes.
Oh.
That's our Iggy.
What a beautiful
good
girl. Oh.
This is more what she looked like.
Oh, she was
just
such
on
a-
the average day.
She was such a
She was
goofus
such a
McDoofus.
dope.
Yeah.
But
Oh my gosh.
I do miss my girl.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So there we go.
Okay.
Then we have. Let's see. Next, we have. This is Jane's drawing of
Shaggy Shannon. Wow.
made up by Jane.
Well, how do we know that Shaggy Shannon's not real?
I think I didn't include that writing.
Oh, but
it
Shaggy
said,
Shannon
yes,
is totes imaginary?
This is a made-up creature by Jane.
I like her.
I do.
Yeah.
She's cute, but
Is that her
she's sad
tail?
for
Is that
some
her
reason.
tail, or is that her spine? Like, what is that? What's happening there?
I don't know.
Okay. I want to know more, Jane.
She's got a cute little bow in her hair.
She does, yeah.
Okay, and here's William's Hypsopegasus, a Hypsilophodon Pegasus combo.
Hypsilophodon's my favorite
Yes.
dinosaur. William's really nursing my favor,
Yes,
right?
I know, yes. Note the basil mark. This creature really likes basil, just like William, so he's
Wow.
flying to the market.
Nice.
I like that you have created
Ah.
a wonderful backstory
Nice.
for your what is it?
I also like
Hypsilophysis?
that there's a store that sells only basil.
Yes.
Like that it's so high in demand that they can run their entire business model through the distribution and sale of basil. Very good. Very good. All right.
All right.
Yes.
Simon points out the only book he saw about Aquaman, he's writing on an orca, not a seahorse.
Oh.
I think maybe since the 80s, when I was a kid, a whole generation of people grew up thinking that seahorses were large and were disappointed.
Yeah.
And maybe that generation took over and said, we better put him on an orca from
Yeah,
now
because
on.
orcas are big enough.
Yeah.
Orcas are big enough.
Oh, it's her
Yeah.
tail, says Jane.
All right, thank you,
Of
Jane.
yes,
Thank you.
of
Okay.
Shaggy Shannon.
Cool.
All right. So, there we have it.
All right.
Now we have from Becky.
Oh.
Hello, I was going to do some research on the Jersey Devil, the mythical creature who lives in the Pine Barrens of South Jersey where I grew up, but I ran out of time. Too many meetings this week.
Boo.
Anyway, I'm writing because I thought you would appreciate that Maeve and Maris built a little library that they put on our front porch so that kids can exchange books throughout the summer. We did not put the Moxie books in because they are too precious to us.
Yes.
But we put in books for a range of ages. I've attached a photo here if you want to show it tomorrow. So, here we go. Look at the little library.
Look at this.
Isn't
We
that the
love
best?
homemade libraries.
Yes,
Oh my
that
gosh.
is awesome.
Got some Seuss. We got some Spy School. We got
Yeah.
Black Beauty. We got Burst Book of Animals. Love it, guys.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Good work.
There we go. They have a little
Oh.
sign on top. Take a book,
Nice.
leave a book.
Now, have
And there
people
it is,
been...
well
is it
decorated.
in circulation, Becky? Is it working? Are people leaving books? Are they taking books? I want to know. Tell us things.
Yes.
All right. Very nice. Good job, you
well
guys.
done.
All right.
And then we forgot to show.
Oh,
We've been
this is
forgetting
Jane's
week after week. This is
magnificent
Jane's map that she had to fill out. First of all, I'd like you to appreciate she had to fill out all of the states.
Not just fill them out. She had to draw them.
She had to draw
She
them.
had to know the shape of them, how they fit together, how they relate to each other.
Fill out states and provinces.
Unbelievable,
but
Jane.
also countries.
I could not even sort of do anything near to this, Jane.
Yeah.
If this is 100% effort, I would get about a 4% effort if I had to do something like
at
this.
Micronesia. I mean,
I am so impressed. I wish that
To
my
know-
children
I know.
had this kind of knowledge of the world's geography.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Wow, Jane. Very cool. I am so impressed. You
Super
are a
impressed.
star.
Super
wow.
impressed.
All right.
So I didn't want to keep forgetting that, so I tacked that on to the end of everything.
All right, Robbi,
today.
you
Okay.
have no minutes
I have
to
0
award the
minutes?
winner.
What time is it?
It is time to turn to the show.
Oh.
So, yes.
Well,
So,
I have a winner to award.
who is it?
I am going to award
With
the
no
prize
with no more
to
yes.
William.
William?
And his Hypsopegasus.
Hypsopegasus. His basil
Hypsosis?
loving
Yes.
Hypsopegasus.
I love that drawing. I think you did such a great job.
Good job, William.
Bravo.
Well done, Mr.
Congratulations.
Shanks. Very
Yes.
good, sir.
Yes.
I wish
Okay.
I could sing you a song, but I can't because we have to end the show. We got to start
I
a
know,
new
we gotta
show, so
start a new
everybody
show.
go away and
Yes.
come back.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Well done.
Thank you for your research
to
this
all the
week.
people who
You
researched.
guys did a great
Yes.
job. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Principal Schaefer. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Alden.
I
Thank
feel
you,
like
Robbi.
we learned
Thank
a
you,
lot.
Becky. Thank you, Aquaman. Bye.